Troy was the worst person in the world until they found some common ground with him. Listen how Robinson was the worst thing until he made Manning Prime Minister. It is always that, hey, once you're Tobagonian, or once you're trying to fight for Tobago, we will put you in your place.
The former minority leader believes the only solution to these problems is constitutional reform. In other words, allowing Tobago to have greater autonomy.
The longer this takes, the more radical young Tobagonians will become.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Licensing officers conducted road exercises over the past week, caused many people to either stay off the roads or utilize alternative routes. While the game of hide-and-seek from the white shirts tested the navigation skills of many, one businessman claimed it had a negative impact on his daily sales. Candice Jackson has the story.
Feelings of anger, frustration, fear and anxiety captured Tobagonians over the last few days as officers attached to the licensing division moved around Tobago. A multitude of individuals diligently followed WhatsApp groups to stay updated on the most recent locations of traffic checkpoints to avoid being ticketed. But according to a businessman, Max James, the docking and hiding from officers is having a negative effect on businesses. How did it affect your business in particular?
Sales were low. And then you compound that with the fact that people are at the games. So it's a double whammy on business activity.
James acknowledged there is a need to enforce the law with drivers. However, he said it has to be handled better.
I think it's the decision makers in Trinidad who don't understand that we have things here to do. In fact, you're seeing that businesses are not thriving over the last 2 weeks.
The intensity to which licensing officers descended in Tobago is causing James to be skeptical about their real intent. Transport Commissioner Clive Clark last week stated that one of the reasons for the exercise is to detect stolen vehicles that may have found their way to Tobago. But James does not accept that reasoning.
A man has a stolen vehicle. Perhaps he knows it's a stolen vehicle. And you are signaling that to him, that you come in to look for stolen vehicles. So when the commissioner makes that point, he's absolutely crazy. Because I will just stay at home.
According to James, the real purpose of the officers is to pressure Tobagonians while frustrating the daily operations and development of the island.
So we're heading towards anarchy from there, right? And clearly we are at that point.
James described the action as an encroachment on the authority of the Tobago House of Assembly. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Stay locked. More news after the break.
October will never be better with Tobago Carnival fever. Book your passage and come on over. This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Summerama, real steam for the summer at standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy, standard. What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be deed like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more, we got more. Standards are what is searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beating on quality and price. It nice.
Inner Health, number 13B Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Welcome back. On the heels of the Commonwealth Youth Games, the THA commissioned a spanking new Corland Beach sporting facility. In an exclusive interview with the Secretary of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, the greater vision of the facility was shared. This promises to be a major contributor to sports tourism as well as local community development. Reporter Janae Campbell has more.
Secretary of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport noted that while the Corland Sport Facility was open to host the Commonwealth Youth Games, there are much more opportunities that can arise for its utilization.
So we have already begun to have express interest in the usage of the facility to stage other tournaments as early as November this year. With the assistance of the Division of Tourism and so on, we are going to continue to market the facility.
When questioned about the maintenance of the facility, Secretary Baines emphasized that his division stands ready and committed to take up the task.
A robust maintenance regime will be put in place with under the aegis of the division to treat with the maintenance, not just of this space, but all the sport facilities, including the newly refurbished Shaw Park, both the sporting complex and the Shaw Park recreation and ground area, and all the other facilities under the purview of the division.
Though there are opportunities that will arise for hosting regional and international tournaments, the Secretary responsible for sport posited that community accessibility to the facility is a priority.
So we expect, and as well the site in Blackrock or Corland, if you will be available to the community. We're not gonna just have it locked off. The community can use it, and we just have certain platforms in place to make sure that the usage is responsible and so on.
He further added,
but we don't want it to just be exclusive for maybe international events or special meets. It must be a facility that the community has access to whenever they want to use it. So the idea is that we have going.
Campbell, Tobago Updates, Television News.
In other news, political leaders are being criticized for not placing enough focus on their candidates in the local government elections. The criticism comes from the political leader of the Unity of the People, Nkosi Phillips, who claimed there are too many personal attacks and mudslinging on the election campaign. Phillips spoke on Good Morning Tobago with Candice Jackson. Here are the details.
The political leader of Unity of the People is finding out that election campaigning in Trinidad is different than in Tobago.
We should not have governments, outgoing or ingoing, using the state resources to buy candidates or to buy voters. And that is what is happening in this election in Trinidad.
UTP is fielding one candidate in the San Juan Laventil Municipal Corporation. She is Afia Griffith, hoping to capture the Bork Malatras Fobo electoral district.
The response is good. It's all left up to the people. We have done what we're supposed to do. We still have, walking around to do. We have covered the grounds on where she has to vote.
Phillips said their campaign is focused on local government issues. However, Phillips is disappointed that the political opponents seem to be primarily focused on mudslinging.
Because I'm seeing so much of negativity with the political leaders, bashing on each other. The UNC leader against the Prime Minister, Gary Griffith talking against Philip Alexander. This is not what local government election is about. Local government election is supposed to be about the candidates, and we're not hearing the candidates.
Phillips called on political leaders to do better and focus on the real issues faced by Burgesses.
Come off this crappy horse that you're all pulling on each other and bashing each other. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are suffering mentally, physically, and financially. And for you to continue to have that level of negativity, it's not making an augur well for Trinidad and Tobago because people...
Local government elections will be held on Monday, August 14th. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Hey, I am Tanika Cruikshank from Tobago Updates Television News. And today we have in front of us...
I am Kian Jerry.
Good day, Miss Jerry. How are you?
I am blessed and fine.
So tell us, what brings you to Tobago Updates today?
Well, firstly, I am representing the Signal Secondary School as a student, and I'm with the Reporting and Journalist Club at the Signal Hill Secondary School.
Lovely to hear our young students doing something. So that means you have a little bit of something for us today.
Yes, I do. I actually have the Salaka Feast story.
So, can you tell us a bit of what your story is about?
Well, firstly, it's about mainly the ancestors and what happens currently, like basically this year at the Tobago Heritage Festival. There was a Salaka Feast hosted right in Pembroke at the Heritage Park. So this is my story on the Salaka Feast. I am Kian Jerry, and this is my first story written right here at Tobago Updates Television News.
Pembroke is locally known as the cultural capital of Tobago, a village where the streets comes alive to the sound of African drumming, while the smell of freshly baked bread in dirt ovens fills the air of the annual Salaka Feast. The village comes alive with dancing, singing, drumming, and chanting, which is a social way of the village life. Pembroke is a home of the eldest female drummer, Imelda Cruikshank, and other great ancestors like James Murray, Safi Beckles, Charity Pigot, Modella, and others. The event commences at early morning at the crossroads, where the ancestors are summoned with the sprinkling of rum and sweet water, the blowing of conch shells, the sweeping of the sacred ground with the coquia broom and prayer. The villagers then gather at a street and dress in the color of nations and tribes, such as Yoruba, Koromante, Igbo, Mandingo, Congo, and Temni. The Salaka Feast includes the parade of the nations as well as the purification of the area with offerings to the spirits and then the dances of the celebration. The production showcase every year signifies the reunification of the community. It signifies the strengthening of bonds and creations of new ones. This is a community that moves as one in culture, and this is why it holds the title of the cultural capital of Tobago. Kian Jerry, Tobago Updates Television News.
Great job, Kian Jerry. More news after the break. Stay with Tobago Updates Television News.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Tobago, after freeness is more speed and better TV. Get a free Samsung smartphone and free installation, plus 200 megabits per second, Paramount Plus, and more for only $299 with a select 200 plan from Flow. Visit online at discoverflow.co today.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord, right in Stobie Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, half inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
Are you looking for a place for your loved ones? Heavenly Care welcomes you. Located at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors, we offer a variety of services. These include doctor visitations, social activities, geriatric care, and much more. Contact us at 277-9595 or visit us at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors. At Heavenly Care, compassion is at the heart of all care.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Now to our Tobago Says segment, where former minority leader Ashworth Jack said that Tobagonians were being pushed into secession. We asked the population if they agreed with this claim.
I think with a move like that, autonomy amongst the people has to be seen, right? More or less that you have to show an action. We have to be actively doing and behaving independent as in individuals and as a society, as a group. Then with that first move, then you could say, yes, we are ready as a people because we're also already demonstrating the actions.
I think even though there may be issues that are individual to Tobago, I think that we should stay as one country because it's Trinidad and Tobago, and I don't think that there's anything too challenging that we cannot fix together as a country.
Yes, I am in agreement with that. It would bring more openness to the youths them, whereas they would be able to stand on their own in Tobago and wouldn't have to go to Trinidad to do many of the things that they have to go to Trinidad to do, which is an inconvenience. So I agree with it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Country that I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad needs Tobago, Tobago needs Trinidad. Where Trinidad is weak, Tobago can back up. Tobago is a place where it is a place that is a relaxing tourist attraction. So that sometimes when the Trinidadians get stressed out, because it's a place that has more of the money and utilities, they can always come to Tobago and relax.
Good news for Tobago as the tourism industry has been expanding thus far this year. This announcement comes from one tour operator, Michael Frank of Frankie Tours. Mr. Frank joined us this morning on Good Morning Tobago, and Tanika Cruikshank tells us more.
The July-August vacation is upon us, and according to tour operator Michael Frank, this year has been the busiest in the past 35 years. He noted that there are many activities taking place on the island at this time, which has increased tourist arrival.
Not just for the summer, but from January all the way back. We had a constant flow of people. It's a bumper season, just put it that way. It's one of the best seasons we had in a very, very long time.
According to Frank, the season has been so fantastic that he can disregard of previous data. He observed that typically the months of May and June are low, but this year there has been no low seasons.
But from the general flow you can see from off the beaches, the percentage is way up there. I'm talking about 18-90% arrival. Mainly local tourism.
According to Frank, most visitors are local rather than foreigners. He believes that this increase occurred due to the COVID-19 pandemic, as most persons were restricted to their homes.
They need a break. And seeing that Tobago is an easy target, it's close, especially from Trinidad. It's safe, it's comfortable. I think a lot of people have made that choice just to come to Tobago.
The bulk of visitors, according to Frank, are Bajans and Trinis, and he claims that while the island is doing well, there are several areas where improvement is needed.
We should start targeting that local economy more because you can see the influx. I know there's always going to be a problem on the air bridge and the sea bridge, but if we could improve that, we're definitely going to improve the tourism.
Frank stated that despite these difficulties, there is an increase in tourism overall and not only his specialized area.
We don't just do boat trips. Remember, we are still doing island tour and car rentals and even some type of hotels and guest house. We don't directly have hotels and guest house, but of course we recommend. So we can see the uptick on that on all sides. Right.
Frank indicated in order to maintain this rate of growth, Tobago must remain safe and secure while maintaining a great service sector. And if training is necessary, it should be carried out.
Once the country is clean and safe, we are on an upward trend. All we have to do is to maintain good service. Remember, not because these people are local, you're not going to give them the same quality of say, like what you're going to do from the international market.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
This has been your Tobago Updates television newscast for Tuesday, 8th of August. Before we go, here are the headlines. Former minority leader Ashworth Jack says there is a greater call for secession by Tobagonians. Tobago businesses incur losses by licensing authority exercises, and the island benefits from an increase in domestic and regional tourism arrivals. I am Kristen Salandi. Do have a good night.